guys are coming up with your own events. You're coming up with your own events that might be high, medium, or low. Yes, question. Just about done. Okay, please raise your hand if you're done with this part. Please raise your hand. So let's go about 30 more seconds. We need to be finishing up high, medium, or low probability. Okay, so let's go ahead and take talk about what's going on with each one of these. So if I take a look at my paper, event number 1, right? Event 1, it says, what is the probability of being struck by lightning? So, if we're doing just by hand, silent vote, please raise your hand if you think it's a low probability of being struck by lightning. Low probability. Okay? Quite a few students, raise your hand if you think it's a medium probability. And finally, if it's a high probability. Say medium and high. Okay. Does anybody want to explain or justify their answer? Here, does anybody want to explain or justify their answer? Pastel?
This is for the lightning one, right?
Yeah, lightning.
I put low probability because it's just not like logical for you to get struck by lightning. Even and like it's raining, but it's not raining now, and it wouldn't be medium. It's not really raining and high.
Oh, so Pastel is using current weather to determine her probability, right? If it were completely sunny out, would there be any probability?
No.
Probably not. So a little bit of a probability today? Maybe. It's tiny, right? If it were thunder and lightning, a little bit bigger. Okay? What do you think, Victoria? Give me something else.
As long as you turn down the metal on while you're outside while it's lightning, you're not going to get
So excuse me, one voice. So she's brought up a good point. She's like, well, as long as you don't have metal, right, it's less likely. But when you do have metal, if you're out there golfing with your golf pole, you increase your probability of being struck by lightning. Give us a check, okay? So I'm going to take 2 more hands and we'll go on to the next event. KBT?
Like with questions like these, there's like a lot of variables that can go into it. So
I love that.
So how can you determine like if it's going to be high or low?
Okay, that's a good point. KBT says, there's a lot of different variables there. How can we determine that? So maybe I'm going to talk to Kashmir and then we'll see in the next question. We'll talk about that a little bit more. Kashmir?
Okay, they said that men get struck by lightning something like 10 times more than women do or something. So I was thinking about it from our perspective. Me being struck by lightning is like very low because first of all, I'm not a boy, so they get struck more. And secondly, because it's a what is the probability of getting hit by lightning? It's a very low probability that lightning is gonna hit lightning and then gonna hit you. So that's like real dumb. So it's very
Okay.
very
Okay.
low.
So let me ask one last question, and I'll take two people's guess. If you were to assign a number to this, percentage, something out of something, what would you say the probability is of being struck by lightning? I'm going to go to Pastel and Jamila. I have to hear from you.
You want like a percentage out of
Sure.
Well, I would say like 3% of people will get struck by lightning.
3%?
Or at least 5, like, because unless you're in a place where it's rainy all the time and like thundery all the time, stormy all the time, then it's more logical. But like if you live in California, it's like a 0%.
Okay, so she's saying location, depending on how much it might rain or thunder and lightning. And then Jamila, what was your percentage that you wanted to offer?
Maybe like 2%, but if you're really standing under a tree when it's lightning, you're kind of stupid because you know you're gonna get struck.
Okay, so that's a very good point. So again, variables. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, not news, not television show, not movie. How many of us personally know somebody who's been struck by lightning?
My Uncle Ruby.
Okay, so in general, right, if we counted up all the people that we personally know in this room, we probably know well over 1,000 people, right?
I would.
If we all together, your people plus my people plus her people plus his people, right? It's probably over a couple of thousand.
Please be quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, our CBC is down to 4. We need 1 voice. Okay? So the point behind that is the percentage is actually very, very low. It's definitely under 1%. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's very small. Let's talk about the next one, number 2. Second one, please read it nice and loud. Nice and loud. Charles?
Yes. Alright, it says, what is the probability of getting a merit today?
What is the probability of getting a merit today? Please raise your hand if you think, hands down. Please raise your hand if you think it's a low probability to get your merit today. Low probability. So about 5 students. Please raise your hand if it's a medium probability. Okay. That's about 10, 15, 10, 12. And raise your hand if you think it's a high probability.
Money.
Of course, we'll be cool.
Okay. So let's talk about some of the variables here. What are some of the variables when we talk about probability? Victoria.
I think it's high because if you do something outstanding and good, you're going to get a merit.
If you do something outstanding and good. Okay. Okay. CBC down to 3. KBT? Pastel check.
I put super low because it's 2 variables I go to. Like we only got this class in science next, so we only got a short period of time. And then besides that, a lot of the teachers in the past without cash fair, y'all still got them saved up. So y'all want to get them out the slot.